One of the greatest cities in the world, New York is always a whirlwind of activity with famous sights at every turn and never enough time to see them all. Some people come here to enjoy the Broadway shows, others come specifically to shop, and many come simply to see the sights. The Statue of Liberty, Empire State Building, Brooklyn Bridge, Central Park, historic neighborhoods, and numerous world famous museums. It is a busy city which never sleeps. So let's talk about some beautiful attractions in New York. The Statue of Liberty was France's gift to America, built in 1886. It remains a famous world symbol of freedom and one of the greatest American icons. It is one of the world's largest statues, standing just under 152 feet tall from the base to the top and weighing approximately 450,000 pounds. You can see the statue from land with particularly good views from Battery Park on the southern tip of Manhattan. However, to truly appreciate the Statue of Liberty, it's best to take a short boat trip to Liberty Island and see it up close. The next place on our list is Central Park. A walk, pedal or carriage ride through the crisscrossing pathways of Central Park is a must-do on anyone's New York City itinerary. In winter, you can even lace up your skates and glide across Walman Ring. This huge park in the city center, a half-mile wide and 2.5 miles long, is one of the things that makes New York such a beautiful and livable city. Besides being a great place to experience a little nature, Central Park has many attractions within its borders, including the Belvedere Castle, Strawberry Fields, the Central Park Zoo, and the lake. Rockefeller Center is a vast entertainment and shopping complex in the middle of Manhattan and home to NBC TV and radio and other media. The centerpiece of the complex is the 70-story 30 Rockefeller Plaza, an Art Deco skyscraper that offers awesome views over Manhattan from the famous top of the Rock Observation Deck. The deck includes 3 floors, located on the 67th, 69th and 17th floors. Indoor and outdoor viewing spaces offer spectacular views by day or night. Skating on the outdoor skating rink at the base of the tower is one of the most popular things to do in winter. The Metropolitan Museum of Art, or the Met, as it is commonly known, was founded in 1870 and is one of the most famous museums in the United States. The permanent collection of the Met contains more than 2 million works of art spanning a period of 5,000 years. Although the museum has 3 sides, the centerpiece is the Met Fifth Avenue. Highlights of the collection include American decorative arts, arms and armor, costumes, Egyptian art, musical instruments, photographs, and much more. Exhibitions bring some of the world's most famous works to the public. Attending a Broadway show is one of the highlights of a visit to New York City. Considered the pinnacle of American theater, this is the place to see the latest shows and the long-running classics. Broadway usually refers simply to Broadway theater, which encompasses a large number of theater venues in the theater districts and along the street of Broadway. For the most popular shows, tickets should be purchased well in advance. The Empire State Building is one of the New York's most famous landmark buildings. The Empire State Building immediately became a landmark and a symbol for NYC when it opened in 1931. There are actually two observatories atop the Empire State Building, but both offer astounding views. On clear days, you can even see up to 80 miles. The 86th floor observatory, 1050 feet, is the city's highest open-air observation deck, and what most people are expecting to find when they go up the Empire State Building. If it feels familiar, it is because this area has been featured in countless movies and TV shows. The World Trade Center's twin 110-story towers once dominated the Manhattan skyline but were destroyed by suicide-piloted jetliners on September 11, 2001. With the tragic loss of life, where the two towers of the World Trade Center once stood now stand two square reflecting pools, each 1 acre in size, known as the National September 11 Memorial. The area is a tribute to the almost 3,000 people killed as a result of attacks on September 11, 2001, and also the 6 people killed in the earlier World Trade Center bombing in February 1993. An exciting new attraction in New York City, the High Line, is a former rail line that has been transformed into an urban walking trail above the city's streets. This linear public park has been planted with a variety of plants and trees, many of which are native species, and lined with glass railings in most areas, giving it a natural feel while still offering outstanding views of the city. You can access it at various points along the route, some of which offer stair access only and others with elevator access. Lined with huge, brilliantly lit billboards and screens, Times Square is a place best visited in the evening, but still exciting at any time of day. This is the location of New York's New Year's Eve celebrations and the famous ball drop at midnight, when the square and surrounding streets are filled with people. Times Square is busy and perpetually crowded but has its own unique appeal. Bleachers set up at one end are a great place to take a break and appreciate the scene. The Brooklyn Bridge with its Gothic-shaped arches and suspension cables is one of the city's most recognizable landmarks and has inspired generations of poets, songwriters, and painters. This historic bridge, spanning the East River from Manhattan to Brooklyn, was completed in 1883 and was the world's first steel suspension bridge. You can see it from many of the ferries on the east side of Manhattan, but the best way to experience this icon is to take an hour and walk across the Brooklyn Bridge. One of the most famous shopping streets in America, Fifth Avenue, is New York's premier shopping area, where many top designers have their flagship stores. Cartier, Tiffany, Bergdorf Goodman, the famous Apple store Fifth Avenue, and of course Saks Fifth Avenue, as well as many others line this posh avenue. Even non-shoppers can enjoy a walk along Fifth Avenue. The best area runs from approximately the south end of Central Park to the New York Public Library, or more specifically between 68th Street and 40th Street. Grand Central Terminal, often called Grand Central Station, is a fantastic Buick building, and it's definitely worth popping in to take a look at this famous landmark. The building first opened in 1913 as a terminal for the subway and train stations. Outside, the 42nd Street colonnade faces and the statuary on top are some of the key highlights. Inside, you can't miss the grand staircase, where you can stop to gauge out over the concourse. The beautifully restored ceiling here shows a celestial sea. You will also find an extensive selection of retail shops and restaurants inside. The New York Public Library's main branch was designed by architects Carrier and Hastings in the Buick Art style. The library, with its impressive rooms, is a prominent city attraction that has been featured in many movies and TV shows over the years. Although colloquially known as the main branch, the proper name is actually the Stephen A. Schwarzman Building. It opened in 1911 to immediate acclaim. Stretching for 8 city blocks from Broadway to South Street is the world-famous Wall Street. This street and the surrounding area are home to some of the most important exchanges in the world, including the New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ, and the New York Mercantile Exchange. Also located nearby are the impressive Trinity Church and Federal Hall. Look for the bronze statue of Charging Bull at Bowling Green on Broadway. This is one of the most popular tourist attractions in the financial district and a popular photo opportunity for visitors. Lying in the shadow of Rockefeller Center is Radio City Music Hall, a famous entertainment venue and a designated city landmark. This 1932 Art Deco theater offers musical extravaganzas and films, and is the home of the dance company The Rockettes. St. Patrick's Cathedral is one of New York's finest examples of Gothic revival, with its massive bronze doors, white marble facade, 330-foot spires, the great organ, rose window, bronze baldachin, 2,400 seating capacity, and the statue of Peter at the side of the Lady Chapel. With millions of visitors annually, the cathedral is a major destination for believers and tourists alike. Carnegie Hall opened in 1891 as New York's first great concert hall. It is said to have some of the best acoustics in the world. While the best way to enjoy the hall is to take in a performance, one of the best ways to learn about it is on a guided tour. The tour offers a comprehensive look at the hall, insight into the construction, and discusses some of the artists who have taken to the stage. Bryant Park was a seedy area known for crime and a hangout for undesirables until 1989, when the city reclaimed it and turned it into a beautiful urban oasis. The grounds feature monuments and gardens, and Lake Carousel, a popular carousel. A games area makes available chess boards, checkers, and a backgammon boards for a small fee. Locals have embraced this park and totally it's pleasure to walk through. If you don't want to play a game, it is still interesting to watch others playing, or you can simply relax and enjoy a summer's day. It is located adjacent to the New York Public Library. So that was all for today. I hope you all have enjoyed this video. If you did, then leave a like and subscribe my channel for more such video. Goodbye.